What is going on, people? Welcome to the video. Today is a bit of a training video. Obviously this channel is all about fitness. It's been a bit about my hair transplant, it's been a bit about the gyms, but today is about fitness. So I'm going to give you a voiceover of a typical session which I do on a weekly or daily basis. Try to do it on a daily basis. At the moment it's kind of when I can. Some days are super busy, some days are quiet. The days are busy, got meetings left, right and centre, I don't train. The days which are less busy, I do train. I'm typically doing like a upper lower kind of split, but then each workout is focusing on a certain area. So say this session here is a push session, but it's focusing mainly on chest. Do a little bit of shoulders at the end, but the majority of it is on chest. So it's kind of a push with a chest focus, we push with a shoulder focus. Pull is just pull. Sometimes you add deadlifts into it, and then we do quads, hamstrings, just depending on what I feel like on that day. I have been doing a program from like the hypertrophy coach. She's got a cool little app on the app store, and I have been doing quite a lot of workouts from that. But then most of the time I am just kind of following my own thing. As I go through this video, I'll show you what I'm all about. My training has been a bit more 6 to 8 reps with drop sets, lots of volume, but not too many exercises because I like to get in and out and just crack on with it nowadays. Instead of taking 3 hours to train, it's more like 40 to 45 minutes. So what I'm going to do, we're going to go over the real light weights, but just kind of push blood into them, get everything working, and obviously get my mind and muscle connection working too, because it's not necessarily, especially when hypertrophy body composition is the goal, it's not all about the weight you put on the bar, it is about how you use that weight. So if you've got 120 kilo on the bench press but you're bouncing off your chest, then you're not going to be using and recruiting as much muscle fibers as you would if you put 100 on the bar, lowered it slowly, press fast, lowered it slowly, press fast, working on your breathing and bits and pieces like that. So I did here just a pull down, a machine shoulder press in different angles to try and get my hands and my shoulders warm in different angles. And then I also did a machine chest press. So pull down, shoulder press, and machine chest press. I chose to use machines on this one just because they do work a bit better for me, because I can actually concentrate on the muscle instead of using the stability muscles too, but it's up to you. Then I went on to a flat bench. In this, say my aim this year was to get my lifts back up. So squatting 240, benching 180, and pulling maybe 240, 250, it all depends. But here I did a hypertrophy, so 8 reps. So I went 100 for 8, then I went 120 for 8, which was alright. I did it in the squat rack this week just because the bench over there was being used, so I thought I'd try it on the squat rack. I don't know if it's for me. Sometimes I felt nice, other times I just felt a bit weird. But in the end I managed to hit 130 or 125 for 6, which is okay. I did start to lag a little bit, so I did 2 sets, 1 set of warm up on the benches was 60, then I went straight into 100 for 8 to 10, and then I did 120 for 10, and then I went on to 130 for 6, took off the plates and did a drop set of 10 pause bench at the end. So I did concentrate on the pause, just to try and take the momentum out of the bar and to just work on a bit of overload by doing a drop set after my heavy 6. Because 6 is good, but I wanted to make sure that I was fully fatigued and I was getting the most out of that bench press. So I then dropped it down to just 60 kilos and repped it out for a while. Now we have machine chest press. This is the Watson machine chest press. It's alright. It's a bit of a funny angle, it's a bit straight. I think I might prefer the hammer strength kind of incline, so it's on a bit of a nicer angle. But this does, if you do it like I'm doing it, so press fast, down slow, press fast, down slow, it burned like mad. I think this was probably my first set, and I managed to get to 6 with 2 kind of miniature reps at the end. Still pretty sweet reps, but they weren't ideal. And then I come onto it and just managed to hit 6. Like I said, look how I'm pressing now, press fast, in slow. So control it. That's what I found to push my training quite far recently, by following the likes of Trained by JP and that, who press slow, press slow. They concentrate on the quality of the rep, not the amount of weight on the bar. Once again here, because I only got 6, then I do the last set, which is a drop set. Hit 2 sets on that. 1 set of 8, and then I hit another set of the same weight of 8, then I took off about 60% of the weight, and then went again, just with 2 20s on, repped it out, and then did some partials to finish. I've just been trying to make sure that I get to pretty much failure at the moment on some of the bigger exercise. Seems to be working for me, and it's kind of making my body adapt again, because obviously just doing powerlifting and bodybuilding before, your body got quite used to just the same old exercise, same old splits. So now I've never really done kind of slow eccentrics and concentrated on the eccentrics. So I've done, trying to concentrate on the quality now, not the quantity, if that makes sense. This is a cool exercise. Again, it's a superset here, just to kind of finish off my chest for the day. I do flies a bit different to some people. I can't close in the middle because it makes me feel very insecure. It just makes me feel a bit dodge. When I lock out my shoulders there, it feels like all the weight's going through. I've had labrum surgery before. I've had my shoulder reconstructed. And I'm not sure I want to do it again. It just feels a bit strange. So I hit 8 to 10 reps on the back. This is about 22 and a half, so it's not a huge weight. Then I came to like a neutral press. There we go, so it's a neutral press. Slow down, fast up, slow down, fast up. After the flies, you stay still at the neutralist position. It feels just like it's perfect for a burnout exercise, and give everything you've got for the last set. I did 3 sets of that. So I did just one warm up normal flies, then I supersetted it with supersetted it like that 3 more times. So it was 4 sets. Like I said, I don't do too many exercises now. I do quite a few sets, with the last 2 always being a drop set, or the last 2 always being a superset. I then finish off now with a new exercise I've been doing recently. Instead of doing normal lateral raises, I concentrate on, instead of doing normal lateral raises, there's still normal lateral raises, I use the cuff instead. Because the cuff, I don't know why. Maybe it's because you're not squeezing with your forearm so much, but if you just put the cuff around your wrist and use the cuff instead of the handle, or the D handle, or whatever you call it, you feel it a hell of a lot more. I did a set before this one. The one you're watching now is my final set. I also, like I just said, a drop set it. But it's kind of like it is a lateral raise, but you don't go as far, so you don't come back through past the body. You just go to where the tension stops, and then you pull back up. But because it's with the hand drill, all the force and all the energy is going straight up your arm instead of getting used by your forearm and your hand. Your grip doesn't go, and you just really feel it on your medial delts. Your middle delts, you feel it a lot more than with a handle. Well, I personally feel like I do anyway. You can also do it laying down, which I'll do in another video for you. But you can do like lying down version where you come across the body. So that is a sweet exercise too. But that is the workout. Literally, like I said, pretty straightforward, pretty simple. Lots of volume, drop sets, lots of hit and failure, and just trying hard for the 45 minutes that I'm in there. Okay, I could do more exercises, I probably could do more reps, but this feels good, and my body's sore. My body's telling me the next day that I've worked out, my body's telling me that I've trained, my body's telling me that it's working, it's more fun, it's in and out, I feel a lot more blood in my muscles, and I feel like I've trained. So at the end of the day, that's what it's all about. I'll probably do this style of training for a few weeks, do the hypertrophy coach, do a bit of training by JP, whatever have on my computer or on my laptop or saved or whatever's in the app. And then I'll probably go back onto a different style of training in 6, 12, 8 weeks. It's just about keeping it fun, enjoying the process, and trying to get strong like a motherfucker. But at the moment, I'm not too strong. But this week, I'm gonna do some heavy squats, I'm gonna do some heavy benches, and I'm gonna do some heavy pulls. Get on. Make sure you hit the thumbs up, make sure you subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you next time. Peace.